how to go out, have fun, maybe even stay out really late, but still be productive, still hit your wake up time, still accomplish everything that you want to get done and live life like a boss. I was the dude who stayed out till 7 a.m., 8 a.m. in the morning sometimes, guys. I would lose the entire weekend because I would be staying out ridiculously late, sleeping until 3 p.m., maybe waking up hungover, or even if I didn't drink, my diet would go to shit, my productivity would go to shit. I would justify not doing uncomfortable actions in my work on those other days because I would lose the whole weekend over these things, right? I would end up just partying. And I'm not saying you can't go out and have fun. I'm saying there's a right way and a wrong way to going out and having fun. So I want to talk about the 3 different types of nights that you'll encounter and what to do in each one of these situations so you can still hit all of your goals. It doesn't need to be have fun or be productive. You can do all of it. All right, so night number 1 is going to be the most common night that I see, which is there's not a whole lot really going on. Right? Night number 1, there's not a whole lot going on, but we still end up staying up late. So this could even be on a Monday or a Tuesday. This could happen when you're just home. You're just home watching TV, watching movies, doom scrolling on Instagram, on YouTube, playing video games, hanging out with your friends, or maybe you're even on a date, you're with a girl, but you're staying up way too late, way too late. All right, this could also be on a Friday. It doesn't need to be on Monday, but just understand, like, you're staying up too late because you can't say no to the distraction. And again, I'm not saying you can't hang out and have fun with people. I'll explain to you guys what you need to do in night 2 and night 3. But this first night is the majority of the week where you just need to say no to a lot of distractions. You need to have a bedtime that you can stick to. And if you're with your boy, you say, hey dude, I'm down to kick it for a little bit, but I'm going home early because I wanna be in bed. Or if you're with a girl, you start the date earlier because you want to go to sleep at a certain time. Or if you're playing a video game, you tell your boys, I'm only playing till this time. Yo, I got to go to bed. I got to be up early. Or if you're home alone and nothing's going on, you have an alarm clock that goes off at nighttime. You have a bedtime alarm clock, not just a wake up time alarm clock. You have a bedtime alarm clock with a wind down period, 1 to 2 hours before bed. You drink your bedtime tea, you put on your blue light blocking glasses so you could still be on the TV or the phone or the laptop. And then you could also take magnesium or melatonin so you could start to relax naturally. And then when it's actually time to go to bed, you tell the distractions, no. That's all it is. You put your phone on the other side of the room, you go into your pitch black room, you set your alarm clock up for the morning, and then you just go to sleep. That is the majority of the time. Most of you dudes that can't hit your wake up times, that are unproductive, that have developed bad habits, it's not because you're alcoholics. And I'll get into night 2 and night 3, but the first night is the most common one. You just can't say no or have a boundary or have a bedtime that you could stick to. So utilize the supplements and do some reflection. What parts of your life are you losing the last 2 to 4 hours of your day on? If you could remove those things and get up early, you're going to start to dominate life. And more importantly, you're going to build up the habits that you need to be able to defeat nights 2 and nights 3, right? So that's night number 1. Let's get into the second night out, which is the night where there actually is something going on. This could be you're on maybe a more special date, or it's a slightly more special occasion. Maybe you're at a night out with your friends and it's like, it's a good night out, right? It's not like a night where there's nothing going on. You actually had plans. Hey, John said we're all going out to this spot and it's been a little while and you genuinely want to go out. This is where you actually do go out. If you're on that date, you actually go on the date and stay out a little bit later. If you're out for John's birthday, you actually go out. Maybe you don't even have anything really going on like that, but you've just been bored with your week and you just wanted to stay up an extra hour or 2 or 3 at home. And that's okay too. Night number 2 is where you're gonna stay out a little bit later. All right. But the thing is that you're not gonna let the whole night go to shit. In night number 2, you're still gonna have a cutoff because night number 1, you're hitting a full night's sleep, right? You get 7 or 8 hours of sleep because you hit your wind down period, you hit your bedtime. Night number 2 is gonna be, you're not gonna hit 8 hours for sure, not even 7 hours. You're probably gonna get 5 to 6 hours. But the way that you're gonna do that is because you're telling the people that you're out with that you're going home at a certain time. See, nothing really good is happening after 2 a.m., guys. Nothing really is that good even after like midnight or 1 a.m., right? If you're on a date, you could tell the girl, hey, I do have to get up somewhat early. Let's start the date at like 6 or 7. and then you can keep hanging out with this girl for 5 or 6 hours. Like that is enough time to run a date. All right. If you're going out for John's birthday, or you're just somebody who wants to go out and do nighttime interactions, you want to go to these nightclubs, you want to go out and meet women that way, I would encourage you to get out earlier. You don't need to get out at 1 a.m. and stay out till 4. Because most of you dudes that go out, you're still only out for 2 or 3 hours. You think you're trying to go out to meet women, and you're going out from 1 a.m. till 4, and you probably interact with 5 women. Understand that you could go out at 10 or 11 or 12 and interact with probably more women. If you were actually just sober and you worked on your social confidence during the daytime, you could go out and in a burst period of time talk to a couple of girls very quickly. And most of the really attractive women aren't even out after 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Some of you dudes are out way too late trying to meet women. Most of the really attractive quality women are not even out that late. All right, you just get carried away with the drugs, with the alcohol, with wanting to shoot the shit with your boys to a ridiculously late time. And so you end up losing the night. If you just started the night earlier, you could end up calling it a night at 12 or 1 and still get, like guys, I could go out at 11 p.m., 10 p.m., get more interaction in than you get in your whole night and do it sober and go home by midnight if I wanted to. All right, and then I wouldn't really lose the whole night. So understand in night number 2, yes, there's some things going on. It's cool. It's fun. You can go out and do that even on a weekly basis. But I would recommend, number 1, staying sober for sure. And number 2, knowing that around sometime between 11, 12, 1, you call it a night and actually go home. You still go out. You still have fun. You still did your thing. You still stay sober. But you call it a night relatively early. And then you go the fuck home and you go to sleep. And if you want to, you could even bring your bedtime supplements if you really need to, but you won't need to if you're actually sticking to your wake up time every day. That's night number 2. Let's get into the final night, which is a little bit more of a rare occurrence, but this is going to be the night where you stay out really late. Really late. Like recently, I got invited to this OnlyFans Halloween party. And for context, I'm not big into OnlyFans. I've never even used OnlyFans. I'm not even familiar with the platform. I only know it because a lot of dudes on social media that like simps are on that shit. But there was this OnlyFans Halloween party out here in Miami, and Doha was invited to go, and she was like, yeah, let's go. I can get you on the list. Cool. We go. And I was open-minded. I was like, you know what? Cool. This will be a cool experience. We'll get to stay out late. It's Halloween. I don't care. Like, I'm open to just seeing what happens tonight. Like, let's go out and do it and stay sober, and I'm going to still have fun. I'm going to still interact with everybody at the party. I'm going to still hit my wake up time, and I'm still going to run a completely normal day the next day. And by the way, that's exactly what happened. So I end up going out, and we stayed out till about 2:30 in the morning. And by the way, guys, my wake up time right now is around 4:50 a.m. I usually get up 4:50, eat a little bit, go straight to the gym, and then I come up, film this content while the sun's coming up. So we go to the party. Everything was great. Interacted with a bunch of different people. I even was talking to girls, telling them that I was sober. I think that's another misconception dudes think. If I'm going to go out, live this life, and get up early, everybody's going to think I'm lame. You're not lame. Nobody is going to find that lame unless you act in a way that's insecure about the life you're living. Like, dudes are afraid or ashamed to admit to girls that they're on dates with, that they're at the club with, that they're not drinking, as if it's a bad thing. Do you understand that most women, especially quality women, they wish that they could find a man who's really confident, who's really charismatic, who doesn't give a fuck about what society thinks or peer pressure about being forced into drinking to let loose so he could think he's having fun. Like, guys, I could go out to a lot of these places, have more fun than you, interact with more people than you, and do the whole thing sober and still hit the wake up time. And there's a couple tools that you're gonna need to do to still hit these wake up times and perform. I'm not saying that you should operate on 2 hours of sleep on a daily basis. Like, that is not a consistent, sustainable lifestyle. Night number 3 is a night out that should only be done once a week, maybe bi-weekly or even monthly. This is like more rare occasions. You could evaluate the frequency of how you want to do this. But if it's happening more than once a week, you either need to switch your wake up time or reevaluate your lifestyle, because most likely you're just giving into too much distraction or temptation, right? But occasionally you're on that night out with that date, with that girl that you really, really like, and things are just going amazing, and you really want to stay out with her because it's a rare opportunity and it's worth it. Or it's that one birthday party, that night out that you haven't had, that opportunity that you've had where it's like, I'm in an amazing interaction with a girl, or it's my best friend's birthday and or I hit some really big accomplishment and I really wanted to celebrate. Cool, man. Stay out late. Do it. Just, this is a more rare occurrence. So this isn't a weekly thing. This is a rare occurrence that you can still do. And that's the whole beauty of this video, is that you can still go do all of these things. I just think everybody's doing it in the wrong doses. They're not doing it in moderation, and they're not realizing which night out it is. If it's night 1, night 2, or night 3. Everybody just acts like every night is night 3. It's not. It's not. And 80+% of the time that you guys are out late, there's nothing going on. It's not productive. That's what I'm trying to say. Occasionally, it's worth it to stay out that late. It's John's birthday, it's New Year's, whatever. Okay, cool, we're staying out late. Now, here's what happens. You still stay sober. You still go out, you still stay sober. If anybody asks if you're drinking or not, you proudly, in a charismatic way, where there's nothing wrong with it, you just tell them, no, I'm not drinking tonight. What? What do you mean you're not drinking tonight? You're not, blah, 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 blah. No, I'm not drinking tonight. I gave up alcohol and all the other vices like 7 months ago. Like there's nothing wrong with telling people that. You need to take pride in your goals. Take pride in your sobriety. Sobriety is cool. The problem is that the people that are sober are losers, right? It's not because of the sobriety. It's just coincidentally, a lot of losers are big on sobriety. I'm making sobriety cool again. I don't give a fuck, all right? We're making sobriety cool again, guys. So understand, night number 3, stay out late. You're on that date, you're at that party, stay out late. It's cool, enjoy life. But also understand, you're still hitting that wake up time, my G. Just because we stay out late doesn't mean I'm not hitting that wake up time. So that's what happened with me. I came home, it was 2:30 in the morning. Probably was asleep by 2:45. That alarm clock hit, I still got up. And it wasn't even that difficult. The reason it wasn't difficult is because I've hit that wake up time 200+ days in a row. I don't miss on the wake up time. Once you make the wake up time a non-negotiable thing, your body will get accustomed to waking up at that time, no matter what time you go to bed, especially if you're off of the drugs, the alcohol, the nicotine, the bad food, and you haven't ate in the last couple of hours. Your body will just actually wake up. It will be as if you just took a power nap. All right. Now, what I would recommend is if you're on night 3 and you do get less than 5 hours of sleep, you want to utilize 20-minute naps as a tool to have a very quick recharge. And that's what I did that night. The smaller amount of sleep that you get, the more frequently you might need to do those 20-minute naps. You do too long of a nap on any one time, you're actually going to wake up groggy and you went into too deep of a sleep. So occasionally you have night number 3 where you really didn't get much sleep. You still stay sober. You still hit your wake up time. You still go through your morning routine. That morning routine will wake you up. Trust me. If you're hitting the hard workout, you're going after your shit in the morning, you'll still be up in a high frequency. You will probably start to crash. Like that night I woke up, I hit the wake up, the workout. I started to crash probably at around 11 a.m. a little bit. I took a 20-minute nap from 11:30 to 11:50, was back up, and then I kept going through my day. If I wanted to, I could have just stayed up for the rest of the day and then ended up going to bed early the next night. However, I had more plans going on the next day. And I knew I was gonna have to stay up till at least about 9 or 10 that next day. So I took another 20-minute nap at 4 p.m. 20-minute nap, cold shower, and I was good as new. I was actually walking around laughing when I was talking to my video editor. I was like, dude, I have insane energy right now. It's almost crazy that it doesn't even feel like I'm sleep deprived, right? And so that night I got 7 hours of sleep and I was back on normal sleep schedule, and over the next night got another 7 hours. And I was all good. And if someone's going to comment on this video saying, you need to get more sleep. No, you don't. You guys actually need to get more into routine. You need to learn how to get off of the vices, stop partying, say no to distractions and temptations. You can still go out and socialize and have fun, but understand the people that are so concerned about getting the sleep are the same dudes that end up, they're not hitting their wake up time every single morning, and they're turning to drugs, alcohol, and bad food. So before you start to lecture somebody else about how much sleep the person's getting, you need to make sure everything else is dialed in first. All right. Then if you really want to get more sleep, okay, fine, get more sleep. Right? That's how it works. But regardless of night 1, night 2, night 3, it really comes down to saying no to temptations or distractions. And hitting the wake up time no matter what, staying off of the drugs and alcohol no matter what, being open-minded to still going out and having fun. And also understanding that the wake up time isn't hard when you've been hitting it so many days in a row. Your body will get accustomed to that thing. You utilize naps, cold shower, push-ups in the afternoon if you need to kind of get through that thing. I still keep the caffeine very low, just in the morning. I don't have any more caffeine either. And that's how you can go out, have fun, stay out really late, but still be productive as hell, still get everything you want done, and stay true to your self-development journey. I'm going through that process right now, guys. Still going out. Physique is absolutely dialed. Content strategy is insane. Work ethic is insane. And I can still go out, have fun, and party, and stay out till late night out. You just need to know when to say no, when to go the fuck to sleep. That's really the main difference. So if you guys enjoyed this video, if you want to get more structure in your own life when it comes to your self-development routine, going out, confidence, business, branding, sales, content, or a combination of all of these things, click the button below. Check out my brand new program. You work with me directly. I will customize the program specifically to you. 30-minute one-on-one call directly with me. I will lay out the strategy we'll be going through for the first week. I'll tailor it to your goals. Daily live coaching calls every day with me directly. The community's popping, cash giveaways inside the community every month. I just gave back $7,000 back into the community for November. And you have all the content over every aspect of self-development in there as well. It's an insane offer for a couple dollars a day. All right, you can try it out risk-free for 1 month. Click the button below. That's all for this video, guys. Peace out. See you tomorrow.